Now, when to delegate? If that's the question being asked, we will look at some questions that you can ask to yourself and see if you can answer any of those questions with a yes. So, the question is there someone else who has or can be given the necessary information or an expertise to complete the task? Essentially, is this a task that someone else can do, or is it critical that you do it yourself? That's the first question to ask. Second, does the task provide an opportunity to grow and develop another person's skills? It might be a situation where the person is not yet have complete skills, but is it an opportunity to develop the skills? That's the question. Number 3, is this a task that will recur in a similar form in future? So this task might be the first time that's happening for the team member, but is it something that the manager can foresee getting repeated? So is he foreseeing that he would have to do the same thing repeatedly? So if that's the case, we'll come to the question whether can or when to delegate. Would this be a good situation to delegate? Do you have enough time to delegate the job effectively? Time must be available for adequate training, for questions and answers, for opportunities to check progress, and for rework if that is necessary. So, do you have enough time? There could be some of the projects that the leader is handling, and suppose there comes a time that he needs to leave this project to take on something very significant project that is maybe asked by his senior. The senior manager asks the manager to do a new project which is much more significant, has a particular deadline and is urgent and important, then to hand over the current project so that he can actually work on the senior manager's kind of a project, he has to understand whether he can successfully hand over to a team member or maybe a team or a 2 or 3 of his team members to take this current project from them and actually see to it that it succeeds. Now when that has to happen, he has to ensure that is there enough time so that I can give them enough training, can sort their queries. They would have lots of questions he can foresee if they have to do this. So do have that enough time. Now if he has that enough time to train them, to answer their queries, to give them the clarity such that they gain the confidence to take this project ahead, then probably he can go ahead and delegate it. Is this a task that I should delegate? Task critical for long-term success, for example, recruiting the right people for your team, genuinely do need your attention. So this is another important question that can be asked by a manager to oneself. Now if you answer yes to at least some of the above questions, then it could well be worth delegating your job. So those are the 5 questions need to be asked for yourself, and if you are getting that yes, then it's time that you can be assured that yes, it's time to delegate. Maybe at time, this time you are not feeling very comfortable, but if the answer is coming yes, then you have to move, or overcome your comfort zone and get into a little bit uncomfortable zone, and that is you have to now delegate that, which you didn't want to, you are holding it close, but some situations actually propel you to delegate and allow the others to do it.